You shouldn't watch this alone, but if you do, don't look behind you. Tonight's encounter begins with a grave no one admitted existed, and something beneath it waking up. The workers arrived before sunrise expecting nothing more than hard soil, but the ground felt hollow under their boots, like a drum stretched too tight. The first shovel struck wood too soon, as if the coffin was waiting just under the surface. One worker leaned in and swore he heard knocking from below. The others laughed until the knocking repeated louder. 3 slow knocks. Then silence. Cold, thick silence. When the ground trembled, they stepped back, but the soil rose upward, pushed from beneath as if something inside needed air. That night at 3:11 a.m., the newly disturbed grave opened on its own, captured on a motionless camera. No person. No animal. Just earth shifting like lungs inhaling after years of suffocation. By morning, the grave looked pried open from the inside. Fresh scratches lined the walls of the pit, all pointing upward, all frantic. Investigators arrived with equipment they refused to explain. One named Mercer stared at the grave too long. He whispered, "If it knocks again, don't answer." The knocking started before he finished the sentence. 4 strikes, this time sharp enough to crack the soil. A thin gray hand burst through, gripping the air like it was climbing out, but it didn't climb. It reached. It latched onto a worker's ankle, dragging cold nails across his skin. When they pulled him free, the hand slid back into the dirt and vanished like water and sand. It left behind a strip of cloth with burned writing, "Don't open what isn't dead." As they read it aloud, the ground collapsed inward like a throat swallowing. Something heavy and wet moved in the depths. The cameras captured everything. And at 3:11 a.m. the next night, the soil rose again. A silhouette pressed against the earth from below, head, arms, limbs bending wrong. Its face pushed into the dirt as if trying to see who disturbed it. A second silhouette appeared behind it, taller, thinner, unnatural. The taller one pulled the first deeper into the dark, like a puppeteer yanking its creation away. The ground settled instantly. But the recording kept going. Faint whispering rose from beneath. Many voices. Not human. They repeated, "Not dead. Not done." The cemetery sealed the grave with thick concrete the next day, but locals say the knocking still comes. Every night. 3:11 a.m. Without fail. Some claim the soil rises like breath. Some swear shadows crawl just under the surface. Others say they hear whispers when they pass by in the dark. Whatever is buried there didn't want to be found, and it wasn't alone. Every disturbance woke something deeper. A caretaker reported seeing fingerprints pressed upward from under the concrete slab. Thin, long, shifting slowly like they were testing the barrier. Another witness said the earth hums lightly seconds before the knocking begins, as if something below is preparing, bracing, gathering strength. A lost hiker passed the cemetery at night and felt the ground vibrate beneath him. He looked down and saw dust drifting upward from hairline cracks in the concrete. He heard a whisper directly at his feet. "Stay." He ran without looking back. Days later, the cracks were wider. A drone recording showed the soil beneath the concrete moving in waves, like something pacing in the dark, waiting for the right moment. And every night, the knocking grows louder, more impatient, more deliberate. 3 knocks. 1 pause, 1 long drag across the underside of the slab. No one dares go near it now, especially not before 3:11 a.m., because whatever they tried to bury isn't resting. It's practicing. If you ever hear knocking beneath your feet, don't freeze. Don't answer, because some graves aren't waiting to be opened. They're waiting for you.